Okay, welcome back to Cozy Nerd Crafts. I was working on things all week, but new designs and whatnot. But sometimes I like to just get a little project going to do something with my hands. So yesterday I was working on what to do with a piece of 12 by 12 paper. I get paper packs because I'm addicted to them. And I went and got some pretty ones yesterday. And I was thinking about making an envelope and a little card, a trifold card, which you can all do with one piece of paper, and actually you'll have some left over for your stash. So the first thing is you're going to cut this down to the right dimensions to make an envelope using an envelope punch board. So envelope punch board, I'm going to look on there and I'm going to look for my 4 by 5, which is what I want to make this. It says to cut the paper down to 7.5 by 7.5 and then start my first score line at 3 3/8. All right, so the first thing we have to do is cut. So I'm going to move this out of the way. One of the things that you need to think about when you're doing a project like this is how directional your paper is, and spend a minute thinking about how do you want that card to go. So the first piece that we cut off will end up being your card. And so if you know that, you may, and the card goes trifold 1, 2. You think about the directionality of the paper. Now, sure, it looks fine like this with the flowers going sideways, but it really looks a little bit better with them going up and down. So we're going to cut it that way. I'm going to measure out to 7.5 on my trimmer and just cut that. See, I'm doing it again. I ended up not flipping it like I should. Okay, let's make sure that cut's not going to hurt us later. We'll just do this. All right, so there we go. There's our card. So the card is going the right way. All right. And then you're going to flip this one more time and you're going to cut 7.5 again. Oh yeah, see, it did not hurt me. It just wasn't where I wanted it to be for the card. Okay. So that's the piece you'll have left over. Lots of things you can do with that. I'll let you use your imagination. And now I have a 7.5 by 7.5 inch square, and I'm going to use that on my envelope punch board to make my envelope. My envelope punch board back here. Now lately I have been using, instead of using the tool provided, I also have a scoring tool for the Cricut, and this has been a little bit better for me. Just in terms of having a little bit more dexterity with it. For some reason, I don't hold this as well as I hold this. Okay, so we're going to measure that first cut out to 3 3/8. That first score. I'm going to punch, and we're going to score on the score line. We flip, line that score line up with this little doohickey. Punch and score. I'll flip again. Punch and score. I'll flip one more time. Punch and score. And now you have your envelope ready to go. And just fold in on the score lines. All right, flip that over to see how that's going to look. Yeah, that looks great. All right. One more thing from the envelope punch board is I like to round out my edges. And that is on the back side of this. I don't do the ones that are going to be unseen, just the fold up and the fold down. Okay, so that is now ready for glue. Those don't cross over. You go right up to here-ish. All right. So you want it mostly, oops, I forgot to take that off. I'm going to just use glue tape for this. Want it nice, and you want to you definitely want to get some down here on this edge. All right. All right, put it up to there. We're gonna give that a little bit of pressure. There we go. Our envelope is mostly finished. I will put a piece of double-sided tape on the edges here, just to make it have a closure. Okay. There's lots of other ways to do a closure for something like this. A sticker. You can be really fancy and put down a twine closure, but double-sided tape is going to work perfectly for this. Okay. Envelope done. Now we just have this left to go, and this is just easy peasy. You know that this is 12 inches across. Take my scoring board, and I want a trifold, so I'm going to put my first score at 4. Okay. Then I'm actually going to fold it to show that even though I could score it again at 4, that's going to be a tight squeeze. And so I just go out 1/8 inch extra and do 4 1/8. And then you've got your card. Okay. And that's pretty much it. You can work with your scores and everything else to straighten stuff out, or you can cut off the edges to make it a little straighter. Sometimes I'm not super precise about that, and that gets in my way. Okay, so now you have a trifold card, and you can decorate it however you want. This can be a junk journal insert. This can be an actual card and envelope. Just whatever you see fit. All right, so now we've got our card, we've got our envelope. You'll see they fit perfectly together. Shut that up, and now you've got a nice little gift. If you like videos like these, I'm going to do tutorials every week on this channel, so like and subscribe for more. And you will see when they come up new if you hit that notification bell.